I am actually on the road right now and in traffic. So it's like, let me come on and just give you guys an update. So this is Edmonton. This is one of the streets in Edmonton. In the morning, right now it's 7:41, and I have been on the road since about 7 a.m. 7 a.m. and this is another route. A lot of people, they're taking the bus route so they could cut a little higher up. But someone like me, we follow the directions. But it is starting to become a bit more saturated on the roads here in Edmonton because we have a lot of people from different provinces moving. Honestly, Edmonton is a very beautiful city. I just believe that a lot needs to be done when it comes to the road constructions, widening of the roads, different routes to go to the main area, especially if the downtown core is where people are working. I know a lot of you had been following my videos with my transition and moving here to the city. I could tell you it has been very peaceful for me living here when I have to look out just to leave in. I can't tell you, there are some personal things, yes. You have to learn as someone trying to build and grow. You will come into situations where, when it pertains to individuals, so you have to find the right group or the right network of people that you want to connect with based on your personal life, your lifestyle, whatever personal lifestyle you have, your professional life, and just social life on the whole. So for the free years, just the free years update, I said I would be creating a video, the free years. You guys are seeing quite a transition on my YouTube platform. I was not on YouTube as consistent, but this year I'm praying to God that I'm able to give you what He has actually placed within me to share with you. I've been sharing videos of something new that I'm actually doing with a prayer room, and it is because God has done so much for me in my life, and I want to be a living and breathing testimony that His word is truth, and you're able to see the transformation. It is really good to see the transformations of someone's life, especially someone that has been sharing so much. I know for sure God is a miracle worker. He could do so much in your life. Now this city on the whole, I so far have come to accept it and just know that this is a place where God has renewed me, and a lot could be done in the city, and I personally, I know I will be part of bringing good things here. I know I'm part of that, and my name is going to be imprinted on that. So Edmonton, very quiet. If you're working in the morning, yeah, you might have to leave home earlier. Just depends on where you're leaving. The only issue is because you have children and most daycares, they're open at 7. You have to drop off your kids for 7 and try to hit the traffic routes a bit earlier, right? So that is the only issue, I would say. Yeah, apart from that, yeah, that's the only issue. This morning I was thinking to myself, what I realized I've been going on a different platform live and just leaving my YouTube channel, always live on Instagram. And I was like, hey, you know something? Let me go back and build my community here on my YouTube platform, because I don't know, I feel YouTube is going to be there long term. Um, God has been doing a lot of work in my life, a lot internally, a lot externally, my personal life, professional life, as a business owner. If you missed, I just had this wonderful, um, I would say, back to school for the second year, back to school haircut initiative. And I'm hoping that alongside the different programs we have is going to take root. It's going to take root. So we did back to school haircuts for low income families here, and it was a great initiative. This is the second year doing this here in the city. Try to do it throughout different provinces. We have Alberta and Ontario currently, reaching out to other provinces. And it's been great. It's been a great initiative. And we have a few other programs that we're currently working on with the implementation. And hopefully, I pray to God that the new workshop is going to be something people gravitate to. So yes, you watch my video, you'll see I posted little clips within the shots just showing the kids. I'm gonna start posting the kids who have been getting their haircuts, the families who have been speaking about it. A lot of families that are reaching out. I'm still showcasing it this year because what I find, some people don't want to participate because there is the stigma and that stereotype that is associated to when you're getting help. Some people are scared to really get help or reach out for help because people talk, right? And I could understand that because I too come from a community where, you know, you extend help to someone and then this person, they speak about it afterwards. That is not help. That's not help. Or people will help you just to showcase their help in you. That is not how help is supposed to be. When you help someone, you have to do it from your heart, as opposed to, you know, you help and you expose what you're doing for someone. There are a lot of charitable organization and non-for-profit that have to showcase the work they do in the community. If it is something like that, then one could create an initiative like a fundraiser or a campaign that could have people consent to them, you know, getting that service. For me, with the program, if you're looking at when I post those clips, you will see that some families, they're speaking up about it because to them that is something they felt in their heart that really they really need. I had mothers speaking about the amount of kids they have when it comes to back to school. Imagine having 4 kids, you have back to school everything to purchase, back to school backpack, back to school, you know, it depends on what school the children they're going to. Now, there are schools where you do not have to spend hundreds of dollars, but there are schools, especially those who prefer private school, they have to pay a lot, right? They have to pay a lot. It is their choice. Some people will speak against that, but it's their choice. Some people, they're looking for the best education for the kids. Now here in Edmonton, I could tell you, for my son so far, I would say I spend roughly about maybe $100 to buy his school supplies because he's still in small grade. So consider about $100, 130 max for his school supplies. Then we have the external backpack. So you're looking at roughly $300 for a child. So if a mother has 4 kids, you're looking at roughly $1,000. So them getting that support with regards to the haircut, one haircut for a child right now running $25-30. Some barbers I speak to, they will give me discount. The good thing about it, when you go through me, you get that opportunity to get discount from the barbers, right? You get that discount. So that is something that is very important to know. But when you are actually just going through by yourself, you have 4 kids, you walk into a barber shop, I feel as a business sometimes we need to give people a little $2 discount or a little $1 discount, something like that. You understand? I think that is very important for us to do when we have businesses. If not, we risk losing customers, or some customers, they will still continue to come because when you're looking at like hair, people will not change barbers. The barber have to do something really bad in your hair for you to really change them, or the Bible have to have a specific attitude that will prevent you from going and support them. When it comes to hair and skincare, I will tell you, when people are getting that service really good from one person, they're not going to switch, right? And I'm very happy we were able to provide this to families. Again, I know for sure it's the beginning, but I know it is something that is going to get bigger and better, and we are going to be recognized for this initiative. We're not doing it in one city. We're trying to be inclusive. We're not doing it for one demographic of people. We're being inclusive, because one thing with me, I did not want to have an organization that is only for, let's say, BIPOC. And there is a reason for that. You know, some people may agree to disagree. They may say, okay, that service is not there. I personally, I grew up, my mom raised me, and inclusivity is something that is very important in my life, right? It is not, I've never looked at someone inferior to myself or superior to me. I've always looked at everyone on this equal, like this equality thing is something I take very personal in my life. So it would be unfair for me to provide a service just for one specific demographic, because no, I cannot do that. I wouldn't be fair, and I don't think God would judge me right if I do that. You understand? I don't know. Like for me, I don't believe God would judge me right. That is just my own personal opinion. People may agree to disagree and use things like, oh, when he mentioned this city, Judah, that's just one against this one. No. I'm going with what my heart feels, and inclusivity is something very important. I teach my son about inclusivity. However, I also teach him how to protect himself, especially being who he is, right? But I'm gonna post little clips of that. I just wanted to come on and just say good morning. I'm trying to take this a bit more personal on my YouTube platform. Good morning. And I'm hoping that you guys have a wonderful day. I'm still in traffic. Still in traffic. 1 hour traffic is a lot in Edmonton right now. 1 hour traffic, that is a lot of traffic. And trust me, the distance not far. That's a lot of traffic. So yeah, I'm here heading to do the professional side of things. And later today, I think I have 3 clients later today. Yeah, gotta thank God for everything he's doing in our life. I don't know who needs to hear this. Whatever you're going through, if you need prayer, I wish I could see a prayer right now for anyone listening. But there is a Psalms I really love, and it starts like this. When I look up to the hill, this is where my help comes from. My help comes from the Most High God. I think it is Psalms 27. Read Psalms 27. It's a beautiful Psalms that speaks about God being your help. And another Psalms is the Lord is my shepherd. That's 23rd Psalms. Read that one. If you are someone right now and everyone is fighting you, you have a lot of conflict, read Psalms 35, where you're asking God to stand between you and anyone you have any situation with. You understand? 35, Psalms 35. Psalms 35. You're asking God to fight any battles you have. But listen to me, you cannot read those Psalms and don't have a clean heart. You understand? A lot of people out there praying and their heart is not clean. They're not living that life that God is asking you to live. Some of you might say you're living that life, but nothing not happening to you. then something is wrong. If nothing good, if you're not seeing God working in your life, then something is definitely wrong. It could be within you. There might be unforgiveness. There might be your thoughts. You have to really work on your mindset. You have to work on your mindset. It's very, very important you work on that. You know something, as I said, mindset. You know, my pastor actually spoke about the mind last week. It was Sunday. Yeah, he actually, oh, good sermon by him. He spoke about the mind, and that one spoke to me. That one really spoke to me, trust me. Trust me. We actually have to know what we're on this earth to do. Some of us, we don't have clarity. I could tell you I was guilty of that, not having the clarity to really select what my true purpose is. And a lot of people go through that because we're in a world where we're seeing so many things happening and we want to be involved in everything. Oh, TikTok is making money. Everybody run to TikTok. This one, as soon as somebody posts, hey, this is how you could make passive income, you run to this. And I could tell you, it is something that plays with your mind. You see a lot of people have mental situations out there. All these things affects the mind because there is no stability, no clear focus on what you really want to do. But with me, I will tell you, it has been a journey of learning and understanding. The more I read the word, the more I come to a place and understand. Anytime I'm going a direction I feel that is not aligned with my destiny, I feel God brings me to this place of isolation. It brings me to this place of isolation where I have to sit down and say, hey, this is not in alignment with my calling. And it is important to actually know when something is not in your calling. When your eyes is open, there is no more scales on your eyes, you will know. Because inside of you, butterflies will start moving and say, yo, you're not supposed to be involved in this. You're not supposed to do this. As soon as you become aware that this is not something you're supposed to be a part of, trust me, exit. Right? Exit. And that's important. That's important. Anyhow, I'm done my morning talk. See you in another video. Bye. Oh, the traffic today.